No more, that's and I don't want to see no more. Yeah. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up, y'all. That's what's up. Thursday night class, scripture breakdown. We're going to get it on in here, man. What's going on, Baltimore? What's up, Israel? Shalom. Shalom. Hey, look. The first thing I want to go to, man, is that whole conundrum that happened in Jersey City, man.
Yes, sir.
Where they talking about a did the shooting and all of this jazz. Look, that evidence is real sketchy to me. First of all, he ain't a part of the ISUPK.
Right.
And to go through it straight off, this is why we always talk about we're not affiliated with any Israelite group, any church, any organizations. The reason is, I know what my brothers are doing it here. We're doing the Lord's work, man. These brothers in here are righteous. Ain't no brother on the UPK gonna go shooting up nothing.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Look, we gonna protect ourselves.
Come on with it. Yes,
to
sir.
make sure. But
yes, sir.
But we're not gonna do all of that shooting up people and harming people and hurting people, because the Bible specifically forbids that, man. It says be at peace with all men. So we gonna be at peace, even with our enemies, man. We're gonna protect ourselves, but we're gonna be at peace even with our enemies, man. We're gonna work with a righteous spirit, man. That's what we're gonna do. But look, their evidence in talking about the brother was even in an Israelite group is sketchy. Because the whole thing is they want to stop what the ISUPK is doing.
Right.
We're keeping brothers out of jail. We're getting brothers off of drugs. We feed our people. And more importantly, we love black people. That is unusual for a black group, period, in these days, man. There was other blackity black groups that, that came up in the past and they had good intentions. I don't doubt their intentions. But this right here is of the Lord. You understand? That spirit of white supremacy is absolutely vile. It wants to devour Israel. And the first thing they did was link him, this nut job, to Hebrew Israelites because of a post. They found a post, a Facebook post, something like it was real sketchy from years ago. And if you read down more in the article, it says, was once a part of, or in the past, once a part of a black Hebrew Israelite movement. So they name it all a movement. This ain't no damn black Hebrew Israelite movement. We in the ISUPK. We're not a part of any movement, any groups, none of that. We can't be affiliated with that. You understand? That's why we said in front of every class, in front of every street speaking, we make sure that people understand that this is the ISUPK and we're not affiliated. And we're not saying that we're not affiliated with our people. We love our people. It's just that every so-called Israelite group out of the ISUPK is Christianity. It's Christianity. Your mall shooters, your school shooters, they're all Christian.
Right.
They're all Christian, all of them. Whether black, white, what have you. Black people don't generally do that because we don't have that kind of spirit naturally. We have a natural connection to God unless there's something wrong. You understand? In Baltimore, look, I just read an article the other day. They got lead paint jumping off everywhere. And I guarantee you that a lot of the people that's locked up and have these aggressive attitudes and these violent crime records, it has a lot to do with lead poisoning that that Baltimore knew about and left in a lot of these low-level poor housing, man. Because of course, Baltimore is poor housing, old housing. The whole East Baltimore there was built in the 40s. Okay. You understand? They ain't get that lead paint out of there, man. They left that there to destroy the tribes of Israel, man. Because they knew we was going to be living in them low-level houses, man. Them low-cost housing, man. Because they deny us prosperity here. You can get a goddamn car loan any day of the week. A business loan, forget about it. And every mayor, every councilman in Baltimore knows that crime is linked to poverty, is linked to prosperity directly, is linked to lack of opportunity. When you have prosperity, you don't have people killing people like that, unless something wrong with them, or unless you one of the oppressors that just want to kill their mother or father and get their money or stuff. That's what they do. That's a part of their culture. They ain't got nothing to do with us. There was a time where we wasn't murdering each other.
Yes, sir.
But they threw the dope in our communities, the despair, the lack of entrepreneurship. They made us to be in our own goddamn neighborhoods a race of consumers. We just consume, and we never manufacture anything. We never build stores and companies to build up our community because they took all of that from us, man. This is what we're going to do. And because they bring that nonsense out, man, with Jersey City, don't ever be ashamed to be Israel, man. Being black is the best thing that ever happened to you, black man. I'm going to tell you why. No, we don't have prosperity. Yeah, we have a lot of problems everywhere in the country. But guess what? You have the promises of God. You have the promises of God. And that's worth millions, man. You got the promises. You got the laws. You're the only one that God loves, man. Right. And when it comes down to it, he always chooses Israel. The best thing in the world is to be born a black man. Right. That's what we got to keep up front. Let's get Deuteronomy 7:3. Let's start off with that. And I really want to read a little bit about that story before I go on, because it's absolutely essential. Because whenever a black by the police or anybody, everybody say, hold up, don't rush to judgment. It wasn't about race. It wasn't about race. Don't play the race card. Don't jump to judgment. Those Jewish people, those white Jewish people, they came right out and said, this is a hate crime. They didn't wait for nothing. This is a hate crime. They didn't give it. They said this got to be dealt with on the highest level. We want police protecting our stores, all of this. Who protects our neighborhoods when the police run up in here and murder unarmed black men?
Yes, sir.
Don't we need some protection? Okay. Ain't everybody equal in America? That's what they told me. They told me that in school when I was saying the pledge. You understand? Pledging to this disgusting situation, this disgusting country. They told me I was equal. I have an equal opportunity. Well, where's the police when the police murder me? That didn't sound crazy. When you gonna have the police guarding your neighborhood after the police murder you? Come on, man. Look, they not only did they rush the judgment, they jumped all over it. All over the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement and bunched it all together. Okay. Go ahead, Bethesda Bob.
So like I said, and I was also reading where they was pressuring the politicians there to start cracking down on what they consider anti-Semitism.
Okay. And they're going to crack down. They're going to crack down on it online. Okay. They're going to try to come down on it, but the Lord ain't going to let them. Okay. The Lord ain't gonna let him. The Jewish man, the imposter, he has the might of the American military behind him. So when we have the Almighty living God behind us, brother. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about crack down. But what else can you do to me, man? What else can you do to my people, man? Everybody I went to school with dead. Half my family dead. God damn it, all my friends dead. Strung out or destroyed. What the hell you do to me, man? What, make me poor? Send me back to the hood? Come on, man. Come on, man. I worry about the Most High. That's who I fear. That's who we fear here, man. We gonna do what the Most High tells us to do. I'm not worried about the one that can destroy my body. That's what the scriptures say. Don't fear the one that can destroy your body, but fear him who can destroy the body and the soul in hell, which tells you hell is right here on the earth. Right. So I ain't got to worry about the oppressor cracking down on me. Been cracking down on me all my life. We ain't worried about that in here. We gonna keep teaching. If you cut us off online, we gonna put boots on the ground. That's all. We in every city. We gonna put boots on the ground and continue to roll with it, and that's what we gonna do. Right. Worrying about that, man. Yeah, you got the might of the military, but we got the true one living God, man. And that's all. That's all I'm worried about. I ain't worried about nothing, man. Only thing I'm worried about is keeping these laws of the Most High. Right. I'm just worried about not doing drugs, not lying and not stealing. You understand? Keeping my family together, not leaving my wife, not fornicating, not looking at another man's wife. It's the hell I'm worried about, man. Right. Worried about no Jewish man cracking down on me. And had your foot on my neck for the past damn near 50 years I've been on this earth, man. Right. Worried about that, man. Don't even give it a second thought, man. Because we're going to keep pushing this truth. We're going to keep balling, keep rolling. We're going to support each other. And that's how the hell it's going to be, man. And what? That's how we roll. And what General Yohana said was so amazing and outstanding, man. Because the first thing that happened is General Hazayan called up that news station, man. Hold up, you're going to get this straight. This ain't got nothing to do with the Isupkbmore.
Yes, sir.
Got nothing to do with us, man. We righteous men in here. We don't condone violence. We don't use violence. We don't do any violence. Our record is impeccable. Right. And brothers in here ain't going to prison. You understand? Worrying about nobody doing nothing to us, man. We're going to keep pushing this truth. Keep loving our people. That's what we're going to do. Right. General Yohana said, we don't condone violence because the Bible don't do it. In fact, it tells us to do just the opposite. Like I said, be at peace. That's not something that we do or condone. That man was not a part of this. This is good for black people. Yeah, we are separatists here. Why? Why are we separate? Number one, the Bible says it. Number two, it's common goddamn sense, man. Just look around you. Look around you. 10 years out of slavery, we built cities. We built colleges, airports, business models. We helped America get to the moon and back. Unprecedented. They didn't have the computers back then. We were the computers. You understand? Right. Our contribution to this filthy genre is unquestionable. They want to say we didn't have a contribution, that the oppressor did everything, and everybody know that's a damn lie. Ever since integration, they stole our music and twisted it into something evil. Rap music, man, jazz and rap. Look, you can go all the way back to the blues. The blues was something that came from our soul, from the way we were ravaged and abused in America. It is soul music, man. That's when it gets soul music from. It is music from the soul. Our very souls were scarred by this animal, man.
Right.
And by the laws that happened right here in America, the insane barbarism, man, the unnecessary terrorism of this people. They stole it, made it theirs. Did the same thing with rock and roll, country, and with rap. Not only did they steal it, they twisted it. Because it wasn't about hoes and getting high and selling dope. It wasn't about that. It was about the same thing jazz was about, the same thing rock and roll was about. Our goddamn soul that's been scarred and destroyed in its place.
Yes, sir.
We know what to do, though. We're going to read this Bible. Give me that, brother.
Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We are holy people unto the Lord, a separate people. The Lord separated us, man. We're unlike any other people. Like, let me tell you something. The artistry that comes from us, now we was just talking about music. There's black people that's known around the world for their artistry and their dance and their cultural impact on the world. No other people does this, man. No other people. There's no other ethnic group of people on earth that their music will get people in Hawaii and people in Japan to start doing karaoke and dancing and rapping, man. There's no other people that does that.
Right.
That can touch the actual soul of people. It's because of our connection to the Most High. He separated us. That's how you know who the hell we are. He made us a flavorful people, called us the salt of the earth. That's the flavor. If we don't bring flavor to this earth, I don't know who the hell else does. And who? Who? People from Taiwan? Who? Who? White folk? No, I don't think so. It's us. Everybody, look, it's a strange way how people look at black people, man. They hate us and they don't desire us. But the things that we create, they love. Everything we do is automatically a trend. You put your hat to the back, everybody in Japan put their hat to the back. You let your pants sag, everybody let theirs sag. Because we are the flavor in the earth, the trendsetters, the ballers, the hustlers, the jakes, the yiquabs. That's undeniable that we fit exactly into all of these scriptures of the Bible. And we found ourselves again. And white America can't stand it. Can't stand to see a Negro with his head up.
Right.
That has found his culture and has fell in love with his people. I'm in love with black people, man.
Right.
I'm in love. All your faults, all your busted attitudes, black women too. All your little stink attitudes, and you're snapping your fingers, you're moving your neck. I understand. There was a man named Commanding General Yohana, a rebel man, a revolutionary. He taught me how to love black people again. I'm gonna teach it to everybody in Baltimore and wherever else I can teach it because I'm grateful that that life changing doctrine, man, which is the right one. Because you can't love two masters. The Bible's right. General Yohana is right. You can't serve two masters, man. You can't love everybody. And it's saying it right here in these scriptures. The Lord separated us to make us a people unto himself because we are the only people that could possibly have enough integrity to do what he say do. He chose us. You know what the hell he doing, man. He's there when we're mighty and he's there when we fall. He knows. We're going to rise again, brother. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
Thou art a holy people. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Lord has chosen thee. How can God love everybody but chose a particular people? It don't make sense. If it don't make sense, it's a lie. The Christian church is a lie. The Christian doctrine is garbage. Everything about it is against the Bible. It's against God. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special
To
people.
be a special people. Are we not special? Who the hell could have survived this type of barbarism in this country, man? Oh, they had some Chinese to work on a railroad. They had to dynamite through some of the hard bedrock in the Midwest. They died in droves. Couldn't do it. They worked half the day and fall out.
That's right.
The black man, though, the nigger, the nothing, oh, he'll roll all day. The Mac, the man, the stud, he'll roll all goddamn day, and it won't mean nothing. And all the brutalizing, the whipping, the mental torture that they did to us, raping us in front of our wives, breeding us, dehumanizing us. We survived it because we're special people. Nobody else could have survived that. White people would have cut their wrists, man. They would have committed suicide. They always talking about the Irish were enslaved and Irish would have cut their damn throats, man. Their own damn throats. Couldn't have handled what we handled, dealt with what we dealt with this monster, man. This Neanderthal. Couldn't have dealt with that, man. Go ahead, brother.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
To himself, man. The Lord chose Jerusalem because we were in Jerusalem, because we made it a city with flavor that enticed the Lord. He liked the smells when he walked through there, the frankincense and the myrrh. You think he gonna walk through a cave where they defecating in the cave? You think a caveman is special to him? Talking about our culture, man. We're special to the Lord. Flavorful. He enjoyed being walking amongst and looking at us, man.
Right.
Having his spirit check us out, man. Everything about us was favorable and enjoyable to him. Our hair, just like his, made in his image. Talks about, what is it? Daniel 7 and 9. That he got the pure, his hair's like the pure wool. Not processed, not, you know what I'm saying, relaxed, perm, Jerry Curl, none of that. He had hair like the pure wool, just like you. He made you special like him. One of a kind people. We're not like any other people on this earth, man. The Africans were in Africa, rich, mineral rich Africa, thousands upon thousands of years, and built and created nothing.
Right.
That's right.
We built all throughout Israel. We built kingdoms and societies all throughout Europe during the Dark Ages. We then went into Africa and built the biggest structures ever there. And the Africans say, oh, we built it. No, you didn't. And no, you're not Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
You're locked on to our culture while we were there because we were better than you.
Right.
That's all. That's all. I'm not going to sit here and lie and sugarcoat nothing. It ain't my words either. It ain't just my words. Dr. Windsor said it. From Babylon to Timbuktu, we were carpenters, goldsmiths, ironsmiths,
right.
doctors, lawyers. We came with a society, a culture unlike nothing they ever seen before. They were jealous. They saw us with gold chains and gold teeth, and they were sticking bones and plates in their lips. We are separate people, we're different people. Our swag is renowned around the world.
Right.
That's why everybody look towards us when they want to deal with fashion or dress or culture. Everything. And at the same time, hate us. Refuse to see our humanity. The entire world refuses. The United States of America got every black community in America destroyed on drugs. No other nation said a damn thing about it. If this was a righteous world, the United Nations would have brought up charges against the United States of America for chemical warfare on this people, man.
Right.
Come on, brother.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all, that's not equality. That's not equality. The Lord didn't create equality. Man did. Man created the lie of equality. The devil created the lie of equality. Why? To brainwash us. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I turned it on. Go ahead. Look, the lie of equality is a religion and a doctrine and a lie, just like Christianity. Christianity is the lie of equality. You know, when the founding fathers came to America and they said all men are created equal, they were not talking about us. You do understand that?
That's right.
But what we want to do is push and whine and want to be included in their constitution. No, I don't want to be included in their constitution. We have our own constitution. We have our own. What we won't be included in theirs for. Theirs is evil. Everything about it is evil. It empowers sexual deviance. You can now go in a church, which is supposed to be a house of God, and marry two men.
Jeez.
That to the Lord was a death sentence in his eyes. But you call it a house of God, and you marry two of the same sex, and it's so obscure these days. And they probably ban us from Facebook. Me just saying this. They didn't muddy the waters so much with sexuality. You don't even have to commit to being a specific sex. That's which is insane because you're born a specific sex. But you don't have to commit to it. It's evil, man. It's evil. Just like equality is evil. That's why the Lord said he separated us from these other nations. We're not supposed to think like them. There is no equality. There's rank, there's order, and there's structure. The people that's supposed to be at the top are blacks and Hispanics. So saith the Lord.
Right.
If you do what the hell he tell us to do, if we do what he say do. All right, can you read on, or you still?
Yeah. Got to change the batteries. It's the what's the name? The thermometer. That's why I don't be.
Is that it?
God, it don't be responding because it need the battery. Got to change the battery.
Read that real quick.
Deuteronomy.
Oh, you got it, brother?
Yes, sir.
Oh, go ahead and read.
All right.
Go ahead with that.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Let me move on. Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Mm-hmm.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
All right. The Lord didn't pick us because we were powerful and numerous. You understand?
Yes.
He picked us because of our quality and our connection to him, which is the same reason why he chose Adam. He wasn't the first man on the earth, but he was the first man that had God's favor. He was the first man that God gave the breath of life to. What is the breath of life? His laws, his statutes and commandments, morality, humanity, life. That's what he gave Adam, man. That's the breath of life. What we doing right now, this word, we're saying don't be a liar, don't be deviant. Eat what the Lord said you should eat. Live the way the Lord said you should live. That's humanity. The doctrine and the religion of America teaches you death. It teaches you death. It's everything that is against the Bible that they make sound good. They get us as children and they bring us up on these philosophies, man, of the law is done away with. You can do just about anything. You can choose your sex. You can abort your baby because it's lawful according to white America. White America say the fetus ain't alive. Well, God damn it, is it growing? Does a fetus grow? Well, God damn it, if it grows, it's alive. That which is dead or that which is an inanimate object does not grow. A fetus grows, brother. Even before it has a heartbeat. Why? Because it's using the mother's heartbeat. But America will tell you, no, it doesn't have a heartbeat. It's not alive yet. That's a lie. It is a lie. And what you're doing is straight out murder. Pay for that, black woman. You pay for that murder. But they make that which is evil good by saying, if you abort that baby, everything good will happen to you. There's opportunities open for you if you abort that baby. I'll pay for you to go to college. Abort the baby. You gotta have education. I'll give you a job. Abort the baby. Everything about this stinking republic, this empire,
Yes, sir.
is evil. And the Lord separated us from it. That's why we must have segregation, or what? We're seeing the results of it now. Go ahead, read on, brother.
Chapter 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had to your fathers.
Because the Lord loved you. He'll keep the oath. The Lord keeps his word. He gave an oath to Abraham, man. He gave an oath to Isaac. He gave an oath to Jacob. He gave an oath to Moses. He said that you will be my people and I will be your God. He didn't say I was going to be everybody God. He said, I will be your God.
Right.
You keep my commandments. You do what I say do, because the Lord knows by you keeping those commandments, it's close to him. It makes you a man of integrity. It makes you strong, stout, immovable. Only you, black man, can rule this world properly. The only way women in Japan ain't gonna be whores is if black men are in power.
Right.
The only way people in South America are not gonna be hungry is if black men are in power. You understand? The only way people in Africa ain't gonna starve is if black people are in power. The only way people in Europe ain't gonna be able to go around the world and commit genocide and barbarism and take over other countries and rob their and steal their wealth is if black men are in charge. So saith the Lord.
Right.
Give me, matter of fact, give me Nehemiah. Nehemiah 13 and 23. Let's get Nehemiah real quick. Y'all got to read that article what Commanding General Yohana said, man. Commanding General Yohana laid it all down for these people talking about Hebrew Israelites and trying to lump us all together, man. Look, they've been waiting to do that. They found one little stinking post. One little made a connection. They just found a post. And now all Hebrew Israelites, they was waiting for something to happen that they could connect black Hebrew Israelites and say it's a movement and it's everybody. That's the spirit of white America. Is they wait until they can blame us for something. And when they can blame us, of course, they get all the popular support of white America, when the only terrorists in this country are white. The oppressor murdered more of his people than any other race of people. He'll walk in the mall and murder everybody. He's the terrorist. He's against the government. He doesn't like the government. He's a right-wing nut job. He don't have a problem with picking up his gun and putting it against the head of a marshal or an agent, like they did in the Midwest. Kidnapped a goddamn federal agent and wouldn't put down their guns. Nobody got killed. They eventually came out with their hands up, let the officer go, nobody got killed. Let that have been a black man. The black man that went in there shooting in that store in Jersey City was killed. Every little bit of crazy he was killed with him. Nobody else has nothing to do with that, man.
Right.
But what the media is going to do is project that on everybody to try to destroy the Lord's people. And that's in Revelations. They tried to destroy the child before it was born. They was trying to destroy the doctrine of Christ before it could be born into the people, man. That's what they're trying to do. That's right there in Revelations, man. I should have went on that. That's what I should have went on. I'll do it next week. I swear I'll do it. I'm already in that. I should have did that. Good, I should. No, I get it next week. Let's get Nehemiah.
Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews.
In those days, the days of old, I saw what?
Also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Look, I saw Jews that married women of other races, just like you see today. Just like you see today. It's not love. All right? When you get $1 million football contract to go and get a white woman, that's not love.
Right.
You had black women before you got this $1 million contract. After you get the $1 million contract, you are brazen enough and worth enough that you can have a white woman now. If she was good enough for you then, why is she not good enough for you now? You know why? Because you want to be a part of something you're never going to be a part of. You that them uppity white folks feel any different about you than they do me, man, you dream. Wait till they have the opportunity to treat you like the Puddin' Pop Man or like R. Kelly. That's exactly what they're going to treat you like. And you going to be in the studio talking about, y'all killing me with this, just like R. Kelly, man. Not understanding because he was your enemy to begin with. And he destroyed your community. There's a reason why the Lord is saying, don't commune with them, don't marry them. To marry means to make a contract with, man. You understand? To make a covenant with. And it's always us coming into their ways, their culture, and their community. Our God gets dropped and laid by the wayside. We have to worship their white God and their white ways. We have to be basically white folks to come into the fold. You understand? If we go into the police department, all right, say the police department, just to say one. The police department was set up on the plantation. They were originally called patty rollers or patrollers because they would patrol in between the different plantations to keep slaves on the plantation or to check their passes when they were going in between to hold down slave revolts. They would not let more than 3 black people commune together at one time. They were that goddamn paranoid and afraid of us. Every white person, like they say, well, every white person didn't have a slave, right? Every white person joined in the institution of slavery in the Midwest and down south especially. Why? Because there were large plantations of slaves. And whenever you became a 15-year-old white man, you had to then learn the institution of slavery and help. Everybody had to help because they had different checkpoints where they could stave off a insurrection or revolt if it happened. They had different stage points. So everybody had to look out to see was there a slave revolt. Everybody had to be involved. So you became 15, you got paid for being a patty roller or a patroller. You patrolled the neighborhood just like the police patrol now. Black neighborhoods are heavily patrolled. They do more patrols in black neighborhoods than they did in Vietnam.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Meaning that Black man, you ain't getting away with nothing, but white people getting away with everything. That's not equality.
Right.
Even if you ain't a criminal and you haven't done anything, and they saying that the percentage is up between 5 and 8% of people that ain't even guilty of nothing. Went through trials and everything and doing decades in prison and ain't even do it. There's black men coming out every day on the innocence program. They didn't check their DNA. They wasn't even the ones who did it, wasn't even there, wasn't even involved in it. But whenever you walk in the courtroom, white folks automatically say you're guilty. Why do they do that? It's more than just racism. They do it because they benefit from it.
Right.
It is hatred. It is an absolute perpetual hatred, just like they say in the Bible, but they benefit. There are counties in the United States of America that the main staple of income is arresting young black men, generating money from privatized prisons off of young black men who in some cases haven't even committed a crime, and in other cases they've got sentences far longer for just little dumb stuff. And they spend their whole childhood or adulthood in prison and become hardened criminals. The justice system of America creates criminals.
Right.
It does not lessen criminality. Look, as we explained in the beginning of this class, criminality is linked to prosperity. If you have no prosperity, I don't give a damn what race of people you are. You're gonna have criminality because you gotta live. You gotta survive. You gotta have money to eat. We can't blame our people for the situation that they're in. We can't blame them for the affliction that another nation put upon them and then blame them for it. We gotta change the whole narrative, man. Read on, brother.
Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language.
Look, their children will go in the ways of these other people. This is why the Lord don't want us marrying them. Let them marry each other. Let them be happy with each other. There's enough of them to marry each other and be happy. We don't marry them out of love. We marry them out of a misguided Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
That we think we're better off being with them, or that we have something valuable in them, where there is nothing valuable in them. They diminish us. Every black celebrity that have married an oppressor has been diminished. Tiger Woods was diminished. Michael Jordan, O.J. Simpson was diminished. Bill Cosby was destroyed. He didn't marry the white woman, but he kept having sex with. How do you rape somebody that you paid, put them through college, and they keep coming back to you? That was whatever, man. But whatever. He shouldn't have did it in the first place.
Right.
He shouldn't have dealt with it in the first place, but he did. You understand? That's why the Lord is saying, don't marry them, don't make contracts with them. Don't be a part of them. Look at what they do to us. We can't even fathom what they doing to us, man. We can't. Black people, I'm gonna tell you something about us, man. And I got to be real. I got to tell you the truth, man. I got to tell you the truth. This is the thing. to tell you how it goes down, man. The oppressors sit back and create a powerful drug, put it in our neighborhood, market it, use the government to push it through criminal organizations, and choose different black people in the community who can move the weight. Charismatic hustlers who can move that weight. Like Freeway Ricky Ross. That's his name, right? Freeway Ricky Ross moved the pounds and pounds of crack cocaine with the CIA. This is just a proven fact. And when he moved pounds and pounds of crack cocaine with the CIA, crack cocaine is a potent drug, man. It turns people into zombies, brother. It makes them think in a way they would not normally think. They're victims. They're victims of predators. Traitors like Ricky Ross. But this oppressor knew what he was doing. He pushed this through the community, and then it created a whole lot of crime. A whole bunch of crime. And then you know what this oppressor did? He went to the charismatic preachers and politicians in the community and said, I can help you with this crime problem. We got to do something about this crime problem. He started locking our fathers and our sons up, mass incarcerating them, and created a business model called privatized prisons, where he made trillions on the stock market. He made trillions turning raw materials into viable products for different countries. You ever wonder why America won the Cold War? When Russia has twice the resources, is twice the size of America, because America has slaves that were turning raw products into viable products. That's very important. In privatized prisons, all the furniture for the military, all the clothes, even specialized weapons are all manufactured and produced right there by prisoners who they pay a tuna fish a day for. You know, I'm tired of talking about this, man. I'm tired. Forget I said anything, man. Live your life. Live your life. Forget I said any goddamn thing. You know, don't let that get you down. Live your life. Go to the goddamn Christian church and do what the pastor said.
Come on with it, bro.
Pull on that rod, put it in your mouth, do whatever you do. But I can tell you something about me and my house. Me and my house, we gonna ponder on these things. We gonna understand these things. We gonna love our people. We understand that our people don't want to be like this. It's that we just don't understand what's happened to us. We don't get it. And in our minds, we've been so indoctrinated into the system of America that we think it's logical. It's logical to hate black people. You know, when I talk to black people and I say we got 50% unemployment, they say, because niggas steal. They always stealing from, so that's why nobody don't want to hire them. What? Can you see the demon that's on you? That you hate your own people? They don't see it. My own family is like that, man. Black women are insane with hatred for black men. I know black women that won't hire a black man to work on their company or in the company they was hired for. You know why? Because they have such a low opinion of black men. Well, guess what? These are the same black women that's raising black men. You're raising a young black man. What are you teaching him? He's nothing. That's what you're teaching.
Right.
Forget I said anything, man. Don't worry. No sweat it. Don't sweat it. We got any questions or anything online?
Nah, not yet, sir.
Flip back and forth.
Yeah, I've been flipping back.
All right, that's what's up. Go ahead. Yes.
What you're bringing out is so heavy too, because a lot of times, like when it comes to our own people, like we'll group each other in when we say all black people are lazy. But as soon as we talk about the oppressor, you feel me? Now we want to individualize everybody. It's a case by case basis. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to us, we won in being lazy and shiftless and all this nonsense.
Ain't that something, man?
But you know, when it comes to the oppressors, you know, they're not all like that. We gotta look at everybody from a case by case basis with this thing now. You know,
Hey, look,
it's heavy what you bringing up.
it's Stockholm syndrome, man,
Oh,
and it's in the Bible. Did you know Stockholm syndrome was in the Bible?
oh.
Yeah, it's in the Bible. I'll bring it out today. I'll bring it out today. Let's finish up the Nehemiah though. I'll bring it out later.
Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people.
So you had everybody speaking in a different language, man. You had everybody thinking in a different way. Just like we are today. Everybody got their own way of thinking. Everybody an individual. We are individuals in the black community. We all got different doctrines and religions and philosophies. We all over the damn place, man. And they just dividing and conquering us and devouring us, man. Well, guess what? They were doing it back then. That's how we know we are biblical Jews of the Bible. Nothing's changed.
Right.
They were dealing with these other nations of people, sleeping with these women, having children that they thought were all over the place, man. Same thing that's going on today, and it destroyed us. But guess what? We had men that were strong enough to deal with that back then. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves.
Look, and that's absolutely correct and right, man. What that was doing was destroying our culture, our social structure, and us as a people. Having these children by these other nations of people, man, was destroying us. It was doing the same thing back then that it's doing to us today. We had to come out of it. Guess what? This prophet understood it, just like Commanding General Yohana understands it. He knows what's going on. He understands why the black community is in such turmoil, because he reads these scriptures. He knows what happened to us in the past and what we did to correct it. Read it again.
Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 25. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them.
I cursed them. Meaning, you know what? I came out and I cursed you, you dirty piece of trash. Look, why are you dealing with these people? You destroying our nation. Nobody cared about nobody's damn feelings. And he said, I smoked you. Am I right? He said, I smoked. What does smoked you mean? In certain cases, I had to deal with you physically. Why? Because the choice is between you and my nation. I got to love my nation.
That's right.
You destroying my nation with your filth and your lust. You're not thinking. can't allow you to do. We over here in slavery and subjugation, destroyed and in poverty. The water's so muddy because they allow some of us to have some riches and they turn on us. And they go get women of other races. And the children destroy us. And they make for sure that we have no prosperity, no businesses, nothing. These prophets was hardcore, man. Didn't give a damn about nobody's feelings. It was about the nation. It was about their allegiance to the people.
Right.
Let me get that for y'all real. Give me a time check.
8:17, sir.
Let me get any questions or anything, type them in online, man. Any questions or anything, man. Let us know why you think segregation is essential. I mean, we talked about Jersey City. You understand? They own all of the media sources, the news sources, so they make whatever type of narrative they want to make without any goddamn proof of anything. This person wasn't even a damn Hebrew Israelite in any group. You understand? There's no proof of that, but they can say whatever the hell they want to say. It certainly wasn't one of us. But they can say and make it look any kind of way they want to. That's why segregation is imperative. We thought we was going to join them and have some of their prosperity. No. We joined them and they took what little we had. Took our humanity. And we ain't learned from it. We think we the problem. Because they set the narrative. They have the propaganda. We got to stop listening to their propaganda. We got to be skeptical of everything that they put out. Because they have shown to be liars, deceivers. Give me that in Lamentations, man. Wait a minute, black man. I'm gonna show you Stockholm Syndrome in the Bible. Give me Lamentations 4:17.
Lamentations.
Hey, let me get yeah, but
Could I say something, sir?
yeah, go ahead, brother.
Segregation is very essential. Everybody understands that segregation is their survival, but us. I saw something today was very disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough that these Koreans, heathens, that are vacuuming money from us, leading us to death.
Right.
Now they got a prosecutor. I was like, whoa, here we go. First thing come out of his mouth, we gotta convict these black people.
Yep.
It's not enough for them to drop from us. So, getting to your point that segregation is essential, I mean, survival is essential from segregation. Dolphins don't mix with sharks.
No.
Monkeys don't mix with gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been programmed, we're Africans and we're Egyptians and this, but that's not, I can understand that because we've been messed up from that kind of understanding. But to get to your point, sir, segregation is essential. The Lord segregates.
Oh, damn right.
Okay.
What you said. What you
these
said.
heathens do that.
Oh, damn right. They silently boycott us every day. But what you said is extremely important. I'm gonna tell you something about Korea, man. Korea. You're right. The Koreans have come together in an order called the Korean Society of Baltimore. And what they do in turn is basically purchase our politicians. They had purchased Catherine Pugh. They gave Catherine Pugh something like $100,000 for her campaign. And it's because Catherine Pugh said, and this when she was first campaigning. I don't know if you heard this or not, but when she was first campaigning, she was saying that there's a lot of these immigrant and Korean stores that promote criminality, that a lot of the drug dealers can stand in there and sell their drugs, and a lot of them are selling cigarettes and they're selling drugs themselves. And it was getting some traction. Catherine Pugh then had a dinner with the Korean Society of Baltimore. They invested in Catherine Pugh, and all of that talk stopped. She was absolutely correct about the criminality that was happening in these stores. But after they donated to her movement, she stopped altogether saying anything about the Koreans. And that's what the Koreans do. What they do is they don't really even have to run for office. They'll take all the money that they stole from us, that they put together from us, and they'll purchase these politicians. And you're right. They have a prosecutor now, and I tell you what we need to do. Stop shopping in their stores and show them that we're not goddamn playing with them because they want all of us arrested.
Yes, sir.
The Koreans don't give a damn about us, man. The only thing they care about is sucking the money and the life force out of the black community. These Koreans are outrageous, man. They're proud, and all they do is take and steal. We don't understand. I don't know how we can't see it, but we can.
If I may also add, sir.
Lord, bring, you know what? And I pray every day for the Lord to bring some goddamn sanity to black people here in America, man. Because what we don't understand is our enemies are active. They are and they're actively destroying us. They have plans that stem back 10 to 20 years on how they dealing with us. We got to get the Koreans the hell out of our community. What the brother is saying is correct, man. What else you have, brother?
I'll say, sir. Here's another twilight zone I had to bring up. Mm-hmm. Now, they brought up property. Our people have to rent apartments and buy homes from these creatures. That's a serious dilemma. Because now, like I said, they own property.
Yeah.
I come out of a courthouse one time, mm-hmm. a year ago, and this sister was cussing this guy out, this Korean guy, and he was like, and he shrugged it off like he was tossing a fly off his shoulder.
Yep.
He owned this a 82 duplex complex apartment.
Yeah. And walked off
she probably got 20 children. Mm-hmm. Walked off and the hell with her.
He came from a damn rice paddy field, a third world country.
Because,
can't speak the goddamn language.
They're bastards anyway, between Japanese and China.
Yeah.
They're a bastard race.
Yeah, I got you. Bro.
Thank you, sir.
And look.
Yes, sir.
These people are absolutely vile, man. They have little thought about our humanity. We've been doing business with them for now about 30 years, from what I've seen in the community. We've allowed them to come in our community with impunity, own businesses, and take everything, and we have no stipulations put on them at all. Like, they gotta take a certain amount and invest in our schools, or fix up the neighborhood. They do none of that. They take the money, they buy our politicians, and they do whatever the hell they want to do, man. And look, these people are our enemies. They are not our friends because they smile and bow. We think that, look, they're bringing their families over here. They're not paying taxes. They have a life that we could never dream of, man. They have credit, 800 credit scores, man. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans that they can, low interest loans that they can get. Their businesses can't fail. You understand? Because the United States of America has deals with them, contracts with them. They gave our neighborhoods to them to prosper in. We are their piece of the pie. While we built this country and have nothing, they come in and form societies and destroy it. They want us in prison more. Even though we've given them a beautiful life here in America, they want our children in prison. They hate us. They hate us. We got to stop buying their filthy, burnt, disgusting chicken, man. Stop buying their little dirty, low-level products. Cheap, disgusting products that never last. You buy anything from Korean, a battery, any damn thing, it never lasts. It's cheap. They make up their prices. They charge us any goddamn thing. They even charge us taxes when they don't pay taxes. Come on. We give everything to everybody else and no love to ourselves. Give me that Lamentations, man.
So was that Lamentation 4 and what, sir?
Lamentation, who was it, 14?
4 and...
Lamentations 14, 4 and 17.
Okay. Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us,
Hispanics and Native Indians, as for us,
our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. Listen to it. Read it again.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Meaning it's something we're not seeing. It's something we're not getting. Something we're not realizing. Something that's in vain. We're looking at something and we're thinking it's something, but it don't mean nothing. It's in vain. We're looking and we're searching. And the things that we're finding are in vain, meaning they don't mean nothing.
Right.
Think about it, man. This is a heavy scripture coming out the Bible. This is a heavy, heavy scripture, brother. Read it again.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail our vain help.
We fail to see something. We fail, when it says see, we fail to understand, to calculate something. Go ahead.
And our watching,
we're looking, we're watching, we're searching. Go.
We have watched for a nation.
We're looking for a nation. What is a nation? A group of people, a society, a culture, a people. We're watching for a nation. We're looking for a nation. Go.
That could not save us.
That could not save us, man. We're looking for a nation that ain't never gonna save us.
Yes, sir.
Ever. Stop murdering us. We're human too. Am I not a brother and a man?
Right.
Right? Black lives matter. Right? Why the hell would you have to say Black lives matter, Negro?
Right.
Think. We're searching and looking for a nation that can't help us. Why can't they help us? because they the ones murdering us, man.
Right.
They the ones vexing us, enslaving us, engaging us in barbarism, genocide. Manufacturing the dope, putting it in our community, and then locking us up for the dope that they process, create, and transport it. Black people don't own no transportation companies, industries. It's getting transported all around the country. It got to be refrigerated, moved in a certain package. Think. We're watching for a nation that ain't never gonna save us. In our watching, in our yearning, in our wanting, we're looking and wanting some love that ain't never gonna happen. You ain't never gonna be equal, black man. You ain't never gonna have no prosperity with this animal.
Right.
Your family gonna die. Your friends gonna die. You gonna die. We're watching. Man, read that again.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Go ahead.
As for us,
blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, as for us. Go.
Our eyes as yet failed for
We're
our...
not seeing something. We're not understanding. We can't realize, man. We can't rationalize what's happening to us. We're watching, we're looking, we're searching. Read.
For our vain help.
For our vain help. It don't make no damn difference, no sense. Don't make no damn difference who you vote for, Negro. Go pull the damn lever. Who cares who you pulling for? There's still gonna be mass incarceration.
Right.
Still gonna be dope in your community.
Right.
Ain't gonna be no entrepreneurship opportunities for you. Your children gonna be squeegee boys. Ain't gonna have no opportunities for no job, no prosperity. Who cares? It's in vain. It's stupid, dumb, insane. Go ahead.
In our watching,
our looking, our yearning. Go ahead.
We have watched for a nation that could not save us.
A filthy nation that cannot save us. Because they were never meant to save us. They were meant to destroy us. That's their purpose. To destroy us. When we join them, it makes it easier for them to destroy us. That's Stockholm Syndrome.
Right.
All right. All right. Hold on. Y'all good with anything? Any questions?
Nah, no questions.
Any questions online, man? Look, this we gotta understand. We gotta fully understand, man, that America cannot help us. Can't help us. So now, where do we have to look? We have to look towards the Most High. So like, we have to look towards each other because that's the only way we can get help from black men who have a true and sincere love for black people. Right. Christians do not love black people. Right. Going to the church is in vain.
That's right.
You're looking for people that cannot help you. All right? Because Christians in church have the doctrine of white supremacy. Tell me the sanity in this. The actual religion that's on paper for the Ku Klux Klan is Christian Baptist. Most black people are Baptists. How do you reconcile that? How are you the same religion, the same doctrine as a white supremacist? Skinheads, same thing. Crime families, crime syndicates, same thing. They're all Catholic, all Christian. Why do you think they burn a cross in your yard? What do you think the cross is for? It is a symbol of Christianity, the same Christianity that you worship. It's in vain, brother. And I turn the class over to precinct officer Matazaba.
Security announcements. We at the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew, and is pronounced mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Hanukkah coming up next Friday, December 20th. Here in Baltimore, we'll have Commander General Yohana down here. So, if you're in the Baltimore area, make sure you come through. December 20th at sunset. We also have Passover, April 9th. Start making your arrangements now. Remind Akim and Akwakim to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. Comic-Con, just there, sir.
Talk about the Passover.
Comic-Con. And I said, the Passover is coming up April 9th. It'll be here soon, so make sure you start making your hotel arrangements, your transportation arrangements. Here in Baltimore, we're going to be providing transportation for brothers and sisters that's trying to go up to New York. So come to the class, check the flyers and get in contact with the number on the flyers that we have, and contact us so we can get you transportation up to New York for the Passover, April 9th, so we can start planning for that. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we're going to give a one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Imagine.
Just stay.
Imagine Shabbat.
Like this.
Imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Done.
Guys, good job. Class dismissed.
I'll send you the prayers and everything, brother.
Okay, yeah, you got my number and everything.
Come.
We get you done.
Okay, I should be able It's so heavy.
Get both of them.
Come on, sir.
This one should be good.
What you know?